everyone, welcome back. Today we are solving fruits into baskets. So the problem states that we are visiting a farm that has a single row of fruit trees arranged from left to right, and the trees are represented by an integer array of fruits, where each number is the type of fruit the ith tree produces. And our goal is to collect as many fruits as possible. However, there are some rules that we need to follow. So one is that we can only have 2 baskets, and each basket can only hold a single type of fruit. However, there's no limit on the amount of fruit that each basket can hold, as long as that basket all contains of the same type. And the second restriction is that starting from any tree of our choice, we must pick one fruit from every tree while we are moving to the right. And they must fit in one of our baskets. So what this means is that we cannot skip any tree if we are moving to the right. Once we pick a fruit, and if we are moving to the right, then we must pick every other fruit after the fruit that we pick. If we're not able to, then we have to stop, as says it right here. Once you reach a tree with a fruit that cannot fit in your baskets, you must stop. And finally, we want to return the maximum number of fruits that we can pick. So if we look at these 2 examples, we can pick 3 here because there's 2 types, so we can pick from every tree. And if we look at this example, it would be ideal if we start here because we can pick type 1, and then we can also pick 2 of type 2, so then we can pick from 3 trees. So now that we have seen some examples, let's get to how we can solve this problem. So one way that we can solve this problem is we can use sliding window. So we will start with the right and left window at the very beginning, and each time the right pointer reaches a tree, then we will add that fruit to the basket. And if there are more than 2 baskets in this basket hash map, then we need to delete from the left pointer and shift the left pointer, and we need to continue that until there are 2 fruits or less. And we will continue the sliding windows algorithm until the right pointer reaches the end. So let's go over this example real quick. So first, the right pointer is at 0, so we add the basket here, and then we update the result because the max that we can have right now is 1. So we shift the right pointer, and the right pointer has a 1, so we add 1 to basket, and then we update the result, shift the right pointer again, and the right pointer has a 2, so we add 2 to basket. But now that the basket has more than 2 types of fruits, so then we'll have to shift the left pointer and delete this one. There we go. And now that we have 2 again, update the max result that we have, which is still 2, and we can shift the right pointer again, and the right pointer is 2, so we add 1 of 2 to the basket, and then the result is 3 because now it has a length of 3. And now that right pointer has come to the end, we can return 3 as our result. And the time complexity would be O of n because we are using a sliding window. The right pointer will slide to the end 1 time, and the left pointer, the farthest, will also just be 1 time, so it would be O of n, where n is the length of fruits. And the space complexity would be O of n because this basket hash map can take up to n space. So now let's get to the coding part. So first, we will make a basket hash map. We will initialize result to 0, and we will set the left pointer to 0, and we will put the right pointer of the window in the for loop. So for right in range length of fruits. And now we're gonna get the fruit in the basket, so it will be at the right pointer, and then we will get the value that's there and set it to it. And if it doesn't have a value, then we set it to 0 and we will add it by 1. Now if the length of basket is greater than 2, then we will need to delete from the left pointer and keep shifting the left pointer until the length of basket is less than or equal to 2. So delete by 1, and if it's empty, then we can delete the left pointer, or the fruit on the left pointer, and then shift the left pointer. And then afterwards, we can update the result. So it will be the max of result and right minus left plus 1, which is the window size. And then finally, we can return the result. Let's see if it works. Okay, perfect. Hope this was helpful. Thank you all for watching. If you have any other questions or comments, feel free to leave them in the comment section. And I hope to see you all again soon.